Look at this. Let's say you're just walking through the forest and then, oh, what is this? I see some stone. And then boom, you see this giant, like, I don't even know what this is, a monument. This looks so cool. Hello, this is Spiderrock, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock add-on showcase video. Today we're going to be checking out Red's More Structures add-on by Redstone Games. This is a really good structure add-on with one incredibly, I don't know, innovative, unique feature that I've never really seen before in a structure add-on that we will get to in a little bit. I've gone ahead and set up some command blocks here that will teleport me to a handful of different areas, different biomes and stuff that will allow us to check out some of the different structures in this add-on. And this add-on has a lot. So the first area we're going to be checking out is some of the more basic structures. These are some of the ones you will see a lot. I'm not entirely sure the names of all the structures, but I just want to go through to prove to you that they are some really nice, really high quality structures. Like the build quality on these is really good. So you can see right here, we've got, you know, some nice skeletons. They've even decorated with candles. Of course, they've got, you know, loot and all that, but it's just a really nice looking little structure. This little battle tower that, you know, has loot going all the way up. Nothing too crazy, but just enough that it's nice. And then all the way at the top, you get a slow falling potion, iron chest plate, which is actually kind of worth it. You know, it's always nice to get an extra iron chest plate for free. And then you can take the slow falling potion and just fall all the way down. I also like how they have the ladders on some of these like statue things, so you can actually kind of like try to parkour your way up and climb your way up. And there's even like a little bit of parkour too. I mean, you could always like build your way up, but if you don't have anything, you're just starting out, you could always try this. Now, there are creepers that do spawn here, and they actually have a system where they have these command blocks that get placed down, and then they like run a function that spawns in the creepers. Also, this is a kind of cool cave, but that is to substitute in for structures with entities loading in, but then not loading the entities in, which is like a kind of common issue with structure add-ons. This is a really nice structure though. It's like a little Steve statue, and he has like this big sword, and there are creepers that will spawn all over the place. So if you want to go up here, like, oh no, there's a creeper, so you're going to have to watch out for that, or you're gonna have to watch out for that. Once again, Minecraft, a little buggy with structures. This is not the add-on creator's fault, just sometimes vines, things like that will mess up a little bit. Now, as you make your way up, you're gonna find a little bit of parkour, and it's not difficult parkour. I say that as I immediately fall. Just because it's not difficult doesn't mean I'm gonna be good at it, because I am not historically great at parkour. Anyway, you can go all the way up here, and you can enter your little creeper thing, and oh, you've got these chests, and you got a bunch of loot up here. You got some really good stuff, but you do have to survive your way all the way up. You're gonna have to deal with a lot of creepers. I think this might be a slightly overpowered structure just because you get, what, 3 diamond swords and a diamond axe, which I'm assuming this is randomly generated, so you probably won't always get this good of loot, but maybe you could get better loot. You never know. But you do have to risk your way all the way up, but watching out for creepers, because there are creepers that will spawn here and stay here, as well as, of course, all of the other things, the parkour and the risk of falling down and whatnot, and you have to deal with the creepers when you immediately open the door. So it's kind of a trade-off that's worth it. I don't have time to go in-depth analyze every structure, but you know, we will look at a lot of them. This one's really cool. It's like a little statue, like a little monument. These seem to be in like the colder, like taiga type biomes, or whatever this is, the cold, I don't know what you call this, snow plains, ice plains. And you will find some strays, and at the top you will find some loot. This seems like pretty fair loot. You can get some honey bottles, name tags, always nice to see. Iron sword if you need it. You could always run up here, grab an iron sword, jump down and fight off some strays. You will probably die because strays are a nuisance, but hey, to each their own. You might be able to make it work. So that is pretty cool. There's also one of these guys. I don't know what these guys are. They're like another little statue thing. I like how there's a lot of little statue things. Now, everything fits into the game pretty well. Like nothing's like a complete eyesore. Nothing really sticks out. And here, I guess you get a shield and some loot things, and there's some lava in this little villager statue's head, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if there's anything like in the middle or like below it. No, not really. Okay, I don't know what I was expecting. Sometimes people like to hide things in structures. I know I've done it a little bit. I do have a structure add-on for those of you that don't know. Structure expansion. I'm working on a little update to it. It fixes a few things, but it's mostly working. It has some issues with realms for what I've heard. Anyway, I'm going to teleport back to my spawn. We're going to go to the next area because I think, okay, this one I actually just marked one of these. Oh yeah, this is why. Okay, because there was one of these guys. These, there's another like kind of big battle tower looking thing. These ones look really cool. I love the look of these and the way this is like carved into the earth. And there's a little chest in here. You can get a cake pickaxe. I love the cake. Oh man, it's hard to see. Is this is deep slate. I almost called this blackstone. I was like, I know this isn't blackstone. It's deep slate. It's been a minute since I've like played survival, so my brain is not working with the words, but this is really nice though. So you can go up this nice big tower, and there's going to be mob spawners, I think. Oh no, those are not mob spawners. That is a candle. I have trouble seeing things sometimes. Anyway, you can go up. You will find mobs though, so there are witches up here, and you will find a little bit of loot. Oh, you've got some pillagers, it seems like, as well. I guess this is like a pillager tower type thing. And then all the way at the top there is a evoker. I almost forgot his name, I had to check it. And then you get a little bit of loot up here, which is pretty good. You will have to watch out for the mobs. You could get knocked down. It seems like a pretty nice little balanced battle tower. That one I haven't seen too often, so it seems decently rare, at least rare enough. Also, sometimes Minecraft structures do this. Once again, not the add-on's fault. This is just Minecraft being Minecraft and being a little goofy. They can bug out sometimes and kind of merge into each other. But let's head back here and head to our third area. I made these a little while ago, so I forgot why I marked them. Oh yeah, those and these. So first off, we've got this little house thing. I don't know, I've seen a lot of these around. They are in, like, I guess, warmer climate areas. Seems like a very nice little house, kind of like a village house type thing. Reminds me of, I mean, I know it's made of birch, but it reminds me of some of the like acacia villages. And then you can get a sharpness book, bucket, some other random stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. There were also these that spawn around a decent bit, and I'm not sure entirely what they're called. Maybe I think they're creeper houses or something. I remember seeing something about that. But they're essentially these little things that, maybe they're not the creeper houses, I don't know what I'm thinking of. But they're these little like dungeon ball things that I think mobs spawn at, but since I've been here, the mobs might have despawned by now. But they will spawn in, and I think they can spawn in like pairs of 2, or maybe I saw one that was a 1 because it got cut off, but they will spawn in like this. Oh no, there's a creeper in here. Okay. And then they're kind of like connected with this little connecty thingy. And yeah, so you can grab a little bit of loot, fight some creepers, you know, good stuff, good stuff. And they're just like a nice little thing you can find in the middle of a forest. It's heading to our fourth area now. Oh, this one was one that I thought was cool. It's like this little like pillager outpost, like, I don't know what you call this exactly. It did cut this off a little bit. Maybe they should have used, but in the future, maybe if they're ever going to update this, I would recommend the structure void blocks. If I'm give it P structure void, if they don't already know what these are, which I'm assuming they probably do and just forgot to do it in this, or if they don't, you can use these to have an area of air in your structure be replaced with the surroundings. A very useful thing for structures like this. Also, I looked up butt, so that's funny, I guess. Anyway, this is a nice little structure, a good place to find some pillagers, get a little bit of kind of basic loot. You can get a cake in there, I guess, or there's a chance to have a cake depending on whether or not they actually used random generation for their chests. I didn't in my add-on because 1, it's easier for balancing, and 2, I'm lazy. I'm not really lazy, I just have a lot to do all the time and I don't feel like it's worth it because I already have all the loot in my stuff. But it's always nice to see it in add-ons when either they have random generation or they just put enough time into making their chests seem as if they had random generation, you know, making them look good and making them balanced. But yeah, this is a very nice little structure. Here, I am a big fan. That's structure void. That is not my teleport. Here we go. The last 2 are ones that I'm really excited about. Look at this. Let's say you're just walking through the forest and then, oh, what is this? I see some stone, and then boom, you see this giant, like, I don't even know what this is, a monument. This looks so cool. This thing is huge and it looks so good. Like, you can tell that they put a lot of time into building it and making it look good. This is going to be a tough fight. There are a lot of witches, creepers, pillagers, even an evoker, some vindicators up here, and you get all the way up and you can get yourself some pretty good loot. There's also some extra loot all the way up top if you want to make your way all the way up top, which I guess you can kind of make your way all the way up top. Blah, there we go. There are, I guess, some ladders on, is it just this one that you can get? I guess you can take the ladder up here, you can take the ladder up here to get up here. It's a little bit tricky and you're gonna have to watch out for these skeletons that will probably try to shoot you off, if not likely shoot you off of the little ledge up here. But this is just such a well-designed like structure. Like, sure, you can build around, but you're gonna have to deal with a lot of guys, and then you can even take the ladder to get up here. I don't know, I'm a big fan of the design of this, both visually and from a gameplay standpoint. I think it's really good, and of course visually it really looks good, like standing out, like being back here and just seeing this giant thing. It's also especially good when it actually all loads in, because Minecraft does have some issues with loading in structures, so I don't know how they got it to load in as perfectly as it did. Maybe this one's just kind of a fluke, but regardless, it looks really good, and I definitely would recommend having this on a world if you want some nice looking structures. And speaking of nice looking structures, I am headed back here because my favorite structure, there are a few that I'm not going to be able to get to. You should get this add-on. There will be a link in the description, of course. So there are some that I'm going to be missing, but some of my favorite of the ones that I've seen are up next. And that is the Pantheon and the Great Pyramid. So the Pantheon is this big, like the ruins and stuff. I don't know. This is in like, I don't know if this is in like Egypt or Italy or something. It's somewhere that's like important, I think, in real life, and this is like a recreation in Minecraft. But just seeing this or seeing one of those like off in the distance, like you can't tell me that doesn't look really cool. And then like you're just, you know, minding your own business, walking through the desert, maybe hoping to find a desert well or something, and you've got this like giant thing here, and you've got a few mobs around, mostly just bunnies. You got some loot in here. I think this is mostly a pretty rare structure. I got kind of lucky having two here, but the loot seems pretty good. Might be a little tiny bit OP, but it is what it is. Let's see, how do you actually get up here? I see some ladders. Is there a way you can get onto this without, like, the thing is, this stuff is like, you don't have to build up even if you don't want to. You can jump up here. Oh, if you're better than me at parkour, you could parkour over here, jump over here, climb this ladder, and then jump from here onto this ladder. Like, they have a whole parkour thing that allows you to like kind of get up high, which I don't know where you go from here. Maybe you can't go anywhere from there, but I don't know. I still think it's really cool that you can kind of get up there, get a vantage point, look off in the distance at all the stuff. I also really want to check out this new desert pyramid. It's like you can see the normal Minecraft one over here. You'll be able to see it better when I get up a little bit closer. This is the normal one, the one that I'm looking at. This is Minecraft's desert temple. You know, pretty simple, pretty, you know what it is. You see this, it's like, oh, that's a desert temple. And then you have the new desert pyramid, which is like the desert temple, but massive in comparison. And then there's a gold block at the top. That's fun. But I want to enter this. I want to see what we can find. So you can kind of break into here, and it's got this whole like interior, and the sand kind of like builds up around it. I don't know, it looks really cool. You've got this whole like meteor looking block thing. I don't know what to call this little thing in the middle where you've got some clay and whatever. Very cool. I want to go up to the next level though, because it's got like multiple levels, which is really cool too, and you can actually explore them. So you can go up here, and then you've got this little level up here where you can go in and see. I think this is like a redstone themed desert temple thing, and it doesn't seem like to have the best loot, but it's still just a really cool thing to explore. I would definitely, like, if I find one of these, I am going into it, even if it's not going to yield me the best results. Of course, you will get a gold block out of it, which, hey, that's worth something. The next structure is this like sword thing. This one was over here, and it just kind of coincidentally lined up with the Pantheon and the temple that I wanted to look at. This one actually did get cut off because of Minecraft. Once again, not because of this add-on. It's because of Minecraft being Minecraft. But so the Pantheon or Parthenon, or is it the Pantheon? The Parthenon is something else. Anyway, the Pantheon seemed to spawn a little bit much for how much loot they have. Anyway, I've said it anyway twice in a row. That well, I need to get better at being a YouTuber. I need to work on it. Anyway, oh shoot, I said it again. Wait, no, I'm struggling. But it's hard to think of a word to say other than anyway. But anyway, this is a really cool looking sword, assuming that the whole thing loads in and Minecraft doesn't decide to bug out and cut it off. There are also jungle pyramids, but I will leave that to you all to explore. I gotta leave some things. There's a lot more structures that I didn't show off in this video, but I'm hoping that the ones I did show off were enough to show you that this is really cool. However, it's not done yet, because there is one more feature that is really neat, and that, ignore the name of this world, it is what it is. If you go into the behavior pack, which is just a behavior pack, you can actually tweak it. So you can go to common, which is why my structure's respawning everywhere. You can go to high, or you can go to rare. So high is going to be a lot more structures, and then rare is going to be a lot less. So if I go to high, hopefully we should see structures spawning a lot more. I'll probably have to teleport a few thousand blocks away from where I am. I just teleported like 10,000 blocks away, and it seems like they're spawning in a little bit more. I don't know how well this actually works. This might not be any difference because I am in the same world. If you want them to spawn differently, you'll probably want to start a new world. I'm not entirely sure, but just this is a huge thing for this kind of add-on, because I know some people like me would rather have them spawn in really rarely and have them be special. And it's a little bit less cool because you have less structures to explore in your world overall. But I personally think it's more cool because it makes them feel more special and more believable when you do find them. They kind of like stick out, but not in like a obtrusive way. Obtuse, I don't know, not in a way that is obstructing your vision or looks weird, but in a way that's like, oh, it looks like a feature, but it fits in, you know what I mean? Anyway, there are two other settings, common, high, and then rare. And rare is probably what I would personally use, but common and high, you can play around with it and see what you like. Anyway, there will be a link in the description to this add-on if you are interested. It is on ModBay. Go check it out, support the creator. Thanks for watching if you made it to here though. See you later, and goodbye.